Powerhouse, presented by Alliant Energy.
Alliant Energy, we're on for you.
Do you have a room in your house that just won't stay warm when the mercury starts to drop?
A space heater is a great way to warm up just one room when you don't want to heat up the entire house. Space heaters have come a long way in the last few years in regards to energy efficiency and safety.
They sure have, Pete, and there are several different types of space heaters out there to choose from. But the trick is to find the one that's right for the space that you wish to heat. One of the newer types of space heaters out there is called a space heater panel. See how thin that is?
Now, this model is designed to be left on for long periods of time and operates at a low surface temperature and uses very little electricity. In fact, it costs as little as 3 cents an hour to heat a 100 square foot room. The reason it is so cost effective is because it creates natural circulation of warm air within a room. The unit is mounted on a wall with spacers that create a gap of air against the large heater surface. Cold air is drawn into the gap and heated rapidly out of the heater. And this is basically the same way a baseboard heater works.
The most common type of space heater is a coil-based convection model like this one, and it works the same as the panel, but you can move it from room to room. The metallic coils inside heat up, and infrared energy is then released by the coils, which heats the air that passes through them before the air is pushed out into the room. As we move on, this is the ceramic element space heater. These are considered to be safer than this coil-based model that we just looked at. And the reason for this is because the ceramic core inside is larger than the heating coils. Therefore, it can be operated at a lower temperature, but it still gives off the same amount of energy, which is spread over a larger area. This type of heater can hold a higher temperature longer compared to a normal electric heater, making it much more energy efficient.
A popular electric heater is this oil-filled radiator. These look like a scaled-down version of those old steam radiators your grandparents may have had in their home. These usually have wheels, as this one, so you can move it easily from room to room. An electric coil inside heats the oil. The oil then heats the metal housing that contains the oil, and the air passes through the radiator's fins. The warm air then rises into the room. Now, a big advantage of this type of space heater is that there is no fan, so it's very quiet. So this is a good option for an entertainment room. Another advantage is that the oil-filled heaters are very economical. They rely on energy to heat their internal oil. Then once the oil is warm, it can use the warm oil to continue to heat the room. Now, the one negative aspect is that these types of heaters can get very warm on the outside surface.
Right, which can be tricky if you have little kids or pets and you're concerned about that. Now, another option is a radiant space heater. And as soon as you turn this on, it immediately radiates sun-like warmth. Radiant heaters heat objects close to them rather than heating the air, kind of like how the sun works. A radiant space heater would not be the best choice for heating an entire room, but it would work well for a workshop, say, or a porch, or an area that you don't have insulation in.
Now, there are some safety issues you need to know before using a space heater. Only purchase a heater that has the UL mark. UL stands for Underwriters Laboratories. This is an independent testing lab. Always keep the unit at least 3 feet from combustible items like curtains or draperies. Always turn off the heater before leaving a room or going to sleep. Only plug space heaters into wall outlets, never use extension cords, and don't use these units to dry clothes on. Of course, always read the owner's manual and follow the manufacturer's recommendations for use.
Now, Pete, we should also let people know that some of these units come with a special tip-over switch, which is an added safety feature too. We want you to keep in mind that space heaters should not be used as your primary heating source in the home. They work best when used as a supplement in a room with inadequate heat. And when used the right way, space heaters are an energy-efficient way to add warmth and comfort to your home all winter long.
If a room seems drafty or cold, it may just need additional insulation or air sealing. Weatherization materials such as weather stripping, window caulk, or even plastic film over single pane windows may be a more economical option while achieving the same results.